welcome to Mrs Patnell's Phonics 2 of this week. We are going to look at learning to spell two-syllable words, and they're going to have those consonant sounds that are very close together again in the two-syllable words. So lots to remember this week, and we're going to be writing them. Okay, so yesterday we were reading them, today we're going to write them because I know we can. Okay, so to start this lesson, we are going to do the usual flashcards. I'm going to whiz through them today because I imagine now it's a few weeks in and we should get quite quick at this. Okay, so yell out at the screen what the sounds are and I'll go through them quite quickly. Oh, by the way, let me introduce you to my friend here today, okay? This little teddy, haven't got a name for yet, to be honest. He has no name. He's nameless, aren't you, Teddy? Yes, he is. So he's my new phonics friend, and he's going to sit here because I told him that you guys at home are amazing at phonics, and I can see this because my class have put lots on tapestry, and I can see how amazing they're doing, okay? And this little Ted wanted to come along and see all the things that you would do in your phonics lesson, okay? So I'm going to sit him here next to me, and maybe if you can come up with an idea for his name, you can pop a comment on YouTube to decide what we could call Mr. Teddy, okay? Our phonics Teddy. Right, let's go through our flashcards. Ooh. Shh. J. X. Z. Z. At the end of syllables or the end of words, that one. A short or the long oo. Qu. Ch. Poke the tongue out for the soft one, or slightly louder, the. Ng. A. E. I. O. R. Or. Ow. Oi. Air. Ear. But mainly yer. Y. Oh, that's that and oo. Let's do a couple of phase 2 ones. Don't like you forgetting them. Eh. It's got the bat first and then the ball, so it must be B. And this one. Okay, let's pop those to one side. I hope you did absolutely brilliantly with those today. If you did, pat yourself on the back. Let's move those to one side because now I want to show you the alphabet, okay? I imagine at home you're getting really good at getting to know the names of the sounds as well as the sounds they make, okay? So we're going to sing the alphabet song again today, and I'm going to point to a few, and I want you to yell out at the screen their name and the sound they make, okay? So after 3, let's all sing the alphabet song together. 1, 2, 3. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABC. Next time, won't you sing with me? Okay, let's put our nameless Teddy here, and he's going to look at this while you guys yell out at the screen. So I'm going to point to, this one here with a picture of a sunshine by it. So if you could yell out to me what its name is of this letter and what sound it makes. It is the letter S, and it makes a S sound. Excellent, if you got that right. I'm going to look at a little boy having an X-ray. Okay, so that's quite helpful. Yell out at the screen. It makes a X sound, and its name is the letter X. Has that X sound at the end of its name as well. I'm going to go with, let's go with this one here, with a big old lion next to it. What is the name of that letter, and what sound does it make? It is the letter L, and the sound it makes is ooh, ooh. Feel that tongue on the top of your mouth when you say ooh. Right, I think that will do for today. Let's put our alphabet over here. Now, as promised, we were going to look at writing words with 2 syllables in them, and also they'll have those close together sounds that almost sound like one sound, but they are 2 separate sounds. So we've got to have our ears really open to hear those separate sounds, because we're going to be writing them on our boards today, okay? Hopefully my pen is working today. I've had a few dodgy pens over the last few days. So, the first 2-syllable word we're going to have a go at writing, and I'll do it with you, so don't worry on this one. The first one is going to be desktop. Okay, so you can hear desk is my first syllable, top is my second syllable. Now, I will tackle writing syllable 1 first and then syllable 2. But we won't put any lines like we did when we were reading them yesterday, or any gaps between the word, because it is one word. It just has 2 beats, 2 syllables to the word, okay? So no gaps, and we won't put the lines this time. We're just going to write it as one word. But we will tackle syllable 1 and then the syllable 2, because we don't want to think, desktop, it's so long, I don't know how to do it. We'll do the desk first and then the top, okay? So if I am writing desk, I've got to hear all those sounds. Now there are 4 sounds, okay, so 4 phoneme flicky fingers in desk. I've got to hear all those 4 and pull them out, okay? So I'm going to put my sound buttons here, 1, 2, 3, 4, for my first syllable, desk. Desk. What's the first sound you hear when you say desk? It's a D. You're right. So I'm going to go like a curly cut, but then go tall, down and round, okay? So make sure that you make it look like a D and not a B. Check that, okay? And our next sound in desk. Desk. If I was to robot talk it, D-esk, D-e. It's an E. So on my second sound button, I'm going to do an E there, okay? So we've got that so far. So we're getting there. D-esk, desk, D-esk. D-S. It is a S just here, and it's really close to the last sound. It almost sounds like it's making a sk sound, but that isn't a real digraph. They are 2 separate sounds, just really close together. So desk, D-S-k. Now at the ends of syllables, I often tell you it's the curly K and the kicking K at the ends of words and the ends of syllables. But on this one, okay, and I wouldn't necessarily expect you to know this, so that's why I'm telling you now, it is just a kicking K by itself on desk. So up tall, down, halfway up if you're doing it cursively like my class, and a little kicking leg there, okay, for the kicking K. So that's desk. Now if you wrote the curly K and the kicking K, I wouldn't mind, because you're really using the information you know. That would be fine, okay? But because it's a sound button here and not a cradle, we know it's only 1 letter. Okay, so syllable 1, desk, absolutely fabulous. Now I've got to do syllable 2, top. There are 3 sounds in top. Top. What can you hear when you say top? It's a T, T at the beginning. So up goes my T, and down and line across. Nearly there, nearly finished. Top. Let's robot talk it. T, op, T, op, T, op. I need an O here. So round like a curly K, but meet up the top and a little arm out if you're doing it cursively. Desk, top, top. It's a P. You can hear it really clearly on the end there. So up, down, low to dip your tail in the water. Up again, go round, and if you're cursively doing it, tickle the belly of the P. Desk, top. A 2-syllable word, and that wasn't tricky to do at all, was it? Pat on the back if you've written that on your board at home. Okay, so now we are going to look at lunchbox. Okay, 2 syllables. Clap it with me. Lunch box. 2 syllables. First one is lunch. Second one is box. So lunch. Lunch. I've got to write lunch. I can hear 1, 2, 3, and then a digraph in lunch. Lunch. Try and robot talk it to yourself. What sounds can you hear in lunch? Lunch. It is an all at the beginning. Well done. Lunch. Lunch. It's an on my second sound cradle. Lunch. On my third cradle. And then it's a digraph on the end of lunch. Lunch. Yes, it's that good old ch digraph there. There we are. I've just fitted it on. Lunch. Now we're writing lunch box. So my second syllable is box. There are 3 sounds in box. Nice easy one. How are we going to write box? What can you hear first? It's a b. Well done. So up tall, down low, back up the line and go round for the ball bit. And then a little flick underneath if you're cursively writing it, okay? Box. What's my next sound? It's o. Just there on my second sound button. I've kind of done my b a bit big there. Okay, so b, o. Excuse me. And my last sound on box. Box. It's a x sound, isn't it? So if we're doing cursively, we don't write this very often, so you might want to watch me do it first. I cursively whoosh up, but then I do that line that looks like a slide. It's kind of wonky like that. Bring my pen back in between the cursive whoosh and the line like a slide and cross through and give it a little arm to finish. And then I wrote lunch box, another 2 syllable word. Fantastic. Let's do one more together and then I'm going to set you a couple of challenges to do when this video is finished so you can do them at home. So our last one that we're going to do together is windmill. First syllable, wind. Second syllable, mill. Let's do wind first, okay? 4 sounds in wind. What are those sounds? Yell them out to the camera now, to the screen. If you want to pause the video and just write the whole thing yourself and then check back in with me, that is fine. Do that. That would be a really good challenge to do. So wind. Robot talk it. Wind. It's at the beginning. Up. So I've cursively whooshed up. I've gone down, up, and a little cursive arm coming out the side there. It's tricky, particularly with a cursive because you just kind of get lost with how many up downs that you're going to do. So you've got to kind of say it to yourself. Cursive whoosh up, then down, up, and a little arm to finish. Okay, you have to say it to yourself really, otherwise even I get carried away. Okay, wind. Woo, I. A nice it there next to my woo. Woo, I, nd. Well, these two are really close together. Nd. You can really hear the d, but that's the last one, okay? I'll pop it in now so we don't forget. But there's something in between. Wind. It's an to go in there. Wind. Mill. So second syllable is mill, okay? 1, 2, and then a digraph. So not too many to find here. Mill. What's that first sound? Mill. It's an Pop that on there. Mill. It is my next one. And then that digraph on the end. Mill. It's an all sound, but because it's on the end of a word, then it has to be how many letter L's do we do? Or letter L's if we're getting its name? 1, 2 on the end. We wrote windmill, another 2 syllable word. Ah, you're doing so well today. Fantastic. Let's give my board a clean, okay? You can tick anything you got right when you were writing that, change anything that needs changing, but basically be very pleased with yourself because I imagine you worked very hard if you wrote all 3 of those words. So the challenge I'm going to set you when this video is finished is for you to write. There are 3 more 2 syllable words I want you to have a go at, okay? Clap the syllables, do syllable 1 first, then syllable 2. First one is tree top. Okay, tree top. The second one is starlight. Okay, and the last one will be sand pit. Okay, so there's 3 there for you. Tree top, starlight, sand pit. All 2-syllable words, and I'm going to get you to write them on your board. If you're in my class, pop them on tapestry. If you're not, show them to an adult and get them to pat you on the back for doing so well. Okay, we're going to have a look at reading a couple of sentences together before we finish. Let's bring Teddy round here. He's most impressed with our 2-syllable word writing, aren't you, Teddy? Absolutely. Now, we're going to do a spot of reading, okay? Now, this word, not only does it have a 2-syllable word in it, it has a 3-syllable word. 3 syllables you're going to be reading here, okay? But I know you can do it. So, let's have a look at this sentence. Check the punctuation. Does it have a capital letter? Yes. Does it have finger spaces? Yes. Does it have punctuation at the end of my sentence? Yes, I don't know if you can see it, a teeny full stop there, okay? So this sentence is a statement, not a question, okay? It's not an exclamation, it's a statement. Okay, so we know this word. It's a capital T, so it might look a bit different than your keywords, but it is good old the. Now, let's tackle this a syllable at a time. So I'm going to cover up the others for now. Let's focus on syllable 1. So I've got that digraph at the beginning. Ch, then I, then ch, I, chim. Okay, syllable 1 is chim. Syllable 2. Pan. Chim, pan. You probably know what this is going to be with the last syllable. Z. The chimpanzee. A 3-syllable word. Amazing. The chimpanzee. Nice easy word here. Did. A. Now I've got a 2-syllable word here. Let's tackle syllable 1 by putting my hand over syllable 2. Hand. Syllable 2. These 2 are really close together, making a st sound. Stand. So let's read the whole sentence. The chimpanzee did a handstand. Wow, he's jolly clever, isn't he? Well done with reading that. Oh, my other one is on the other side, Teddy. Look, it's over on this side. So this is my other sentence here. Now there are some 2-syllable words in here, but no 3 syllables, okay? Now if you want to just pause the screen and have a go at reading that by yourself, it's a bit wrinkly there and hopefully the light's not too bad on it, then do so, that's a good idea. If not, we're going to do it now together, okay? So we have got, this is a nice easy word to blend, 3 sounds, can. Now this is my 2-syllable word, okay? I'm going to cover up syllable 2, so just focus on syllable 1 first of all. Ooh. And then a trigraph in the middle. What's that? Trigraph? I. Light. And then syllable 2. Ning. Lightning. So far, sorry I keep moving this around. Can lightning, nice easy one here. Hit, well done. Can lightning hit and a 2-syllable word to finish. So let's cover up syllable 2. We've got wind. We just wrote that, didn't we? And so syllable 2 is I've just noticed a mistake here. I've put a w instead of an Well done, I noticed this. I'm going to cross it through with one line like you would do in your writing at school, and I'm going to change it to an sound. I think I was in a bit of a rush this evening getting this together. So, apologies for that. Syllable 2. Ill, mill, mill, wind, mill. Let's read the whole sentence. Can lightning hit a windmill? What's my punctuation on the end? It's a question mark because that was a question. It needs an answer. Can lightning hit a windmill? Well, yeah, it sure can actually. Particularly if it's a really tall one. It's probably going to pick that out as something to strike rather than something that's a lot smaller. So yes, lightning can hit a windmill. Right, let's pop that there. Excellent reading, don't you think, Teddy? Yes, indeed. Now, I'm going to set you another challenge. So that's 2 challenges from this lesson because I think you're getting extra clever now. So 1, you've got to write those 2-syllable words, but also if you want to really push yourself, can you have a go at writing this sentence? The sentence is, this frog is chomping on pondweed. This frog is chomping on pondweed. You've got to think about the 2-syllable words that are in there. Tackle syllable 1 first, then syllable 2. Listen for those consonant sounds that are really close together and pull them apart and write them down separately. This frog is chomping on pondweed. If it's really tricky, remember, pick some words out of that sentence that you can have a go at. Maybe you can have a go at frog. I think we wrote frog before. Maybe you can have a go at writing this. This. Notice my tongue is poking out on this. If that's still tricky, try the initial sounds on those words, okay? So anything you can do to stretch yourself to do your phonics writing will be fantastic. And I shall see you again on the next lesson. Bye-bye!